If a man spends most of his time doing things for his mother and ends up neglecting his own life and his own needs as a result, it is likely to show that his mother used him during his early years to meet some of her adult and unmet childhood needs. And this would have stopped him from being able to go through each developmental stage. These stages have been spoken about by Erik Erikson. And so he won't have received what he needed to go from a boy to a man. And of course, his father would have also played a part as well. And although this stage of his life is over, now that he's an adult, he will continue to try to receive what he missed out on when he was a boy. And this is ultimately why he will spend so much time doing things for his mother, because he will be trying to receive the love, the acknowledgement, the acceptance, the approval, and all the other things that he missed out on as a boy. But most likely this is something that is taking place unconsciously, and so he won't be aware of the fact that he is trying to receive what he missed out on as a child. And so even though what he is doing is not serving him, because he is not aware of what is going on, because most of how he behaves will be something that takes place automatically, he won't be able to see that how he is behaving is having a destructive effect on his life. And if he is in a relationship, this is something that his partner may have experienced, where his partner has tried to get through to him and to make it clear that he is neglecting himself and he is focused too much on his mother, and he may have dismissed this and denied that this is the case. And if he is not in a relationship, and even if he is, he may have people in his life who have also said that he needs to start taking care of himself and that he is too focused on his mother, and once again he may have dismissed what they said and even accused them of being a certain way. And so this behavior will be causing him a lot of harm, but he won't be able to see it. And the reason why he will be unwilling to face up to reality, to see how destructive this is because if he was to no longer behave in this way, he would end up coming into contact with a lot of deep pain. And how he behaves will be a way for him to avoid this pain, and it will be an expression of the defense mechanism known as repetition compulsion. And so deep down, the child part of him will be looking to receive what it missed out on all those years ago, but to the child part of him, there is no sense of time, so there is only now. So it won't matter that he is no longer a boy and that he is now an adult and this stage of his life has passed, because to this part of him, it's all going on now. And in order for him to no longer behave in this way, to draw the line, he will need to face this pain and to work through it, to grieve his unmet childhood needs. And this, of course, is a process. It's not something that will be completed in one therapy session or a weekend course or a week course or even a month. It can take years, and he could be doing this for the rest of his life. But as the days, weeks and months and years go by, providing he does the work, he will see improvements. But until he is willing to face reality and to take a step back, he won't be able to engage in this process. And in order for him to engage in this process, it may mean that he will need to have a breakdown or a breakup, or to experience an illness or financial problems or something like that, something that has a big effect on him that will allow him to wake up. And if this happens, he can end up being in a bad way. But this can be the catalyst that will allow him to partly wake up. After this, he can still fall into denial, but a bigger part of him will see what is going on and be willing to do the inner work. And this is why external support is so important, because someone like this will be able to hold the space for him so that he can go where he wouldn't go by himself. And as time passes, he will be able to do this inner work by himself. But in the beginning, while he is building up his own presence and developing a stronger sense of self, then this external support will be vital. So if you're a man and you can relate to this, you can see that you've been engaging in repetition compulsion. And as I said, one way of looking at this is that your inner child or a child part is looking for what it didn't receive all those years ago. Another way to look at it would be to say that you're repeating the past because it's familiar, and what is familiar is what is classed as what is safe to your ego mind. And another way of looking at it, a more enlightened way, would be to say that you're repeating the past so that you can heal it. Because through having an external manifestation of what is going on within, you will be able to see what is going on internally. Because this is how self-awareness is developed, from the outside in. And so, if you can relate to this, please reach out for the assistance that you need so you can start to work through your inner wounds, to receive the validation that you missed out on as a child, and you will gradually be able to change your life. So please don't suffer in silence, because your life doesn't have to be this way forever. To find out more about the services that I offer and how I can assist you on your journey, go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk. I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.